The Pacific Ocean is home to a huge number of small island nations. These are some of the most remote nations on our planet. Yet, despite their small size, each of these nations have unique names with interesting histories relating to the languages spoken there and the events that have taken place on these islands. My name is Patrick, and this is 5 Pacific Island nation names explained. Let's kick things off with the nation of Tuvalu. The nation is made up of just 6 atolls, which is basically just a fancy word for a ring-shaped island, and 3 reef islands. It has a population of just under 12,000 people. That's roughly the same amount of people who live in the British seaside town of Minehead, for those curious I suppose. The nation's name comes from their own Polynesian Tuvaluan language and means something along the lines of 8 standing together. This is in reference to the 8 islands the nation is made up of, but there's a slight issue with this. Remember how I said this nation is made of 6 atolls and 3 reef islands? That adds up to 9, not 8. The reason this name references 8 islands as opposed to 9 is because the 9th island, Nilakita, apologies about pronunciation there people, it was uninhabited until Europeans arrived there in the early 19th century. According to Wikipedia today, this island has a grand population of 34. Just 34 people live on this island, so it's not uninhabited, but it's barely inhabited. But maybe it's time we change the name to recognise those 34 people, right? Next up we have Nauru. This is an extremely tiny nation, made up of just one little itty bitty island. From a geographical perspective, it is the 3rd smallest country on our entire planet, behind Monaco and the Vatican City, and it's the 2nd smallest in regards to population, with around just 10,000 people, once again behind the Vatican City. To compare this with an obscure British town, it's the same population as the town of Mold in Wales. Yeah, I'm also just finding out that there's a town called Mold in Wales too. Like, why is no one talking about Mold? If you're watching from Mold, please let me know. We don't seem to be exactly too sure as to where this name comes from, but the popular theory is that it comes from the Nauruan word Anero, which means I go to the beach.
Yeah, because actually my job, it's just beach.
Which is really cute actually, I think, personally. And it makes total sense. This is a tiny island, so it's pretty easy to get to the beach from there. For some time it was also known as the Pleasant Island, simply because it's so pleasant there. Once again, really cute guys. Like this nation, so cute, so little and cute. I love it. Like, someone take me there maybe. That'd be great. I'd love to go to the beach. Now, before we continue, I want to say a huge thank you to my most recent patrons and super thanks leavers. So a huge thank you to new patron Amorka and super thanks leaver Jalen 2013. Does that mean you were born in 2013, Jalen? Because you're 10. Wow. A massive tangent. Patreon is the best way to financially support Name Explain, and donating just $1 a month gets you ad-free videos, a chance to say what names get explained, an exclusive monthly newsletter, and your name at the end of these videos. All of that can be found at patreon.com/nameexplain, which should all be linked down below. But conversely, if you want to make just a one-time donation, you can leave a super thanks directly in the comment section of any of my videos here on YouTube. They help out tremendously too. Thank you. Seriously, Jalen, are you like 10 years old? That's wild. Thank you so much for donating your pocket money to me, I guess. Thank you very much. Anyway, carrying on, we have the island nation of Palau. Things get a little bigger here, as this nation is made up of over 300 small islands. That's so many islands. Is that the most islands? I don't think so. I think Sweden has the most islands of any nation. Someone double check that and confirm that with me. Thank you. But anyway, and it has a population of around 18,000 people, which makes it around the same size as Aberystwyth in regards to population. Like, why am I still comparing these places to UK towns? Like, is anyone enjoying that aspect of this video? Should I carry on? I'm going to carry on. I enjoy it, so I'm going to do it. The name in the native Palauan language is actually Bilau, which is thought to simply mean village, which makes sense with this island nation being so tiny. It's basically the size of a village or so in population, I suppose. As I said, most villages are made of 300 islands, but this name, however, was corrupted by the Spanish into Los Palos, which became Palau in English via German. Continuing on, we have Vanuatu. This one is made up of a grand total of 83 islands with a population of around 12,000, placing it once again in the Minehead region in regards to population. Like, someone from Minehead, if you're watching this, like, hope you're enjoying the shout out your little town is getting here, but carrying on. This name simply means our land forever, or this land is ours, in a variety of different languages spoken in this part of the world. The name of course highlights the fact that this land is independent from other nations. And that's kind of what we're here to celebrate today, so that's a huge win in my books, I reckon. And finally we have Micronesia, which bucks the ending of a U trend we saw with the rest of these nation names. This name is used as the name of the country we are talking about, which is more officially called the Federated States of Micronesia, as well as being the name for the wider region of islands this nation is in. Basically, there's a region of the Pacific called Micronesia, and within this Micronesia is also a country called Micronesia. Similar how to the United States of America are within the continent of North America / the Americas. This nation is the biggest we are looking at today by a long shot. It is made up of over 600 islands and has a population of 100,000 plus. This is comparable to somewhere like Worcester or Wigan, places you've probably actually heard of even if you aren't here in the UK. Unlike all the previous names we have covered, this one doesn't come from native roots. It quite simply means small islands, coming from micro meaning small, and the Greek word for island, Nissos. French explorer Jules Dumont d'Urville first applied the name to the wider region, before it was used specifically for the nation within the region. This naming convention fits with all the other regions of the Pacific Ocean, like Polynesia and Melanesia. I'm sure we can talk about those names sometime in the future, or maybe we have already? I honestly can't remember at this point. And that's 5 Pacific Island nation names explained. Let me know any other interesting island nation names I might have missed out on. Also, please suggest some other subject areas down below, which could be covered in next Monday's 5 Names Explained video. It could be about literally anything, and the subject area can be as niche or broad as you like. I will then choose 3 of those subject areas and place them in a poll for my patrons to vote on. Then the winner from that poll will be the subject area covered in my next 5 Names Explained video. You can vote in that poll as well as enjoy many other great benefits by visiting patreon.com/nameexplain, which will be linked down below, and by donating just $1 a month. Thank you. Anyway, that's more than enough for myself. Don't forget to go follow on Instagram where I'm NameExplainYT, and don't forget to go join the Facebook page Friends of Name Explain, where you can chat with myself and many other name nerds. Okay all, take care. Guess who's a little bit hungover? It's me, I'm just checking that eye looks okay. Names and interesting histories. It's wrong. Cool, we're definitely recording, yeah, I can't see if I'm recording, that's very frustrating. Remember how I said this? I went wrong. This name is a reference to. That's just went too off script. Nauru. I've been practicing how to pronounce all these amber. Nauru. Yeah, cool. From a geographical perspective, that went bad. But the my voice went a bit too high then. Now, before we continue, doesn't work. Palau amber. Palau, not Palau. Palau. I'm not even practicing these words, not the brain. I actually do check pronunciation sometimes. This name is actually used. Again. I wonder if people outside the UK have heard of Wigan. I think they've heard of Worcester because of the weird spelling pronunciation. It's weird because I'm sure if you look at the word Worcester amber, you just know it's spelled Worcester. But like, if you look at it, it's like, that's a weird word.